I would first of all like to introduce our director, Edu Plus Now, Sachin sir, to introduce about us and also warm welcome for the guest of the honor for the day.
Fine, a very good morning, everyone. Welcome, ma'am. A great pleasure to have all of us here together in this room. I think some of you are here in this offline mode in the classroom. Many of us are in the online mode who are attending this session to know about the industry trends and futuristic prospects for them into their careers. So, a warm welcome to Edu Plus Now. As all of us know, we happen to be a part of Vishwakarma Group, more popularly known as VIT Pune. But of course, we happen to work into the B2B domain, majorly towards corporate trainings and allied activities. And in the recent past, since the operation since 2020, we have been having learners across the length and breadth of the country, across India, I mean to say. But in addition to that, we have been having learners across 15 countries. Just to sum up in numbers, we have reached out to 9,000 plus learners up till now. We are registered vendors to 26 plus corporates delivering training to their employees. At the same time, we have been working with government entities as well. To name some of the government entities, we have been doing trainings for MSME Ministry, Government of India, Ministry of Defence, that's Indian Army. And last but not the least is Indian Space Research Organization, ISRO. Even they happen to be our client. So in the same continuity, we also do B2C training, like individuals like you, students or laterals from the corporate who wish to upskill themselves. So we have been supporting them in upgrading to the industry expectations and requirements. So in the recent past, when we were doing these things, we noticed, okay, fine, though we have a very good corporate ecosystem where we have trainers who teach you, coming from the industry, sharing their experiences, telling them the tricks and tips what they use into their day-to-day life. But in addition to that, we always have been trying to get the industry leaders to pass on their inputs to the learners. So when I say learners, it can be freshers or laterals. And in that activity, up till now, we have been able to get leaders from organizations like Crafton. So those who know, Crafton is a parent organization for PUBG. We have been able to get leaders from organizations like Google in the recent past. We have got people or speakers from Faurecia, people from the healthcare domain, pharmaceutical domain, so on and so forth. So there have been many people who have, many industry leaders who have been sharing their experiences and thoughts with all our learners. So when we are doing these things, we thought we are doing this almost or every quarter almost, or even more than that. But we thought let's maintain it as a continuity where the learners keep on getting to know the recent trends into the industry. And in that process, we thought of naming this activity as EPN Talks. So EPN stands for Edu Plus Now Talks, where the leader shares his or her experience with the learners. And of course, it's a win-win for all of them. The learners come to know about where the future workforce is going, where do they stand. And of course, the learners get to know what are the industry expectations and requirements. So that's the purpose of EPN Talks. And in this initiative, the first speaker formally under the EPN Talks, we have Ms. Sunita Palande Madam, who happens to be the product manager at Accenture. And of course, Bharat will be introducing her in brief. And yes, so I warmly welcome you, ma'am, to this first session of EPN Talks. And of course, we have some formalities to go ahead before we start. So it's a great initiative for us with multiple activities that happen at Edu Plus Now. Formally, this is the first session of EPN Talks. And I'm really happy for you as well to be a witness for this historic moment at Edu Plus Now. This will be a continuous moment, or this will be a continuous activity, EPN Talks, I mean to say, at our end. So with this, I'll hand over to Bharat, and thank you everyone.
So thank you, Sachin sir. For the guest, with nearly 2 decades of diverse industry experience, she brings a unique blend of product management, agile coaching, along with leadership portfolio management, even delivery management to deliver business values and lead transitional changes in the organization. Currently at Accenture, India, served as a product manager for CBA, UBS, and also taking on responsibilities as a delivery manager and Scrum Master. Her focus lies in strategic initiatives within investment banking operations, where she delivers value through well-defined product roadmaps, agile delivery practices, and strong stakeholders engagement. So warm welcome to Sunita ma'am, a Marathmoli bai or a lady from the Maharashtra, and currently she is working with Accenture, as I told, and I would like to request Sachin sir formally felicitate her.
formal,
so much.
warm welcome.
Thank you.
One more token from us.
Okay, thank you so much.
Yes, thank you.
So I'm handing over full charge to the guest. Thanks a lot.
I,
I know.
okay, PPT.
Yes, हे टच स्क्रीन आहे.
अच्छा.
लॅपटॉप वापरला तरी
Okay. Okay, hello all. Any other questions about my introduction? No, all good? Okay, thank you. So, today we will discuss in brief about agile transformation and product management. Okay, so this session will be interactive session. I hope it is okay. Yeah. So, and this will be little bit casual session as well. Okay. So, and whenever you feel you are tired, you are not getting, just stop me, and then we can take some of the questions and answers. Okay. So, what do you know about agile? Okay, what is full stack development? All engineers? Okay. All working in IT, I mean some experience? Some fresher, some experienced. Right? Okay. So what is meaning of full stack developer? Okay. What is object oriented language? Java, okay. Anything else? C++, C sharp? Okay. So you know coding? You can write code, you can write program, right? Okay, good. So any one of you heard term full stack development? Okay. So you heard meaning you know something. So what do you know? Anyone?
Development or deployment.
Okay, development, deployment, and
Research.
okay, and
Creating your app or website from the scratch, basically front end, back end.
okay, very good. Anything else?
Accessing databases.
Okay, nice. What is project management?
Managing the large project.
Okay. What is waterfall model? SDLC, you heard about SDLC? Okay, what is SDLC?
Software development lifecycle.
Okay, what are the phases in SDLC? Requirement analysis, yes. Okay, design, development, testing. Okay, very good, very good. Okay. Maintenance. Okay, okay. So you know about testing, manual testing, automation testing, right? Okay. So you know coding, how to code, you know testing, you know software development life cycle, right? And you know when we are developing a software, there is a team working, right? Okay. And what is software? What are the applications like Paytm, Zomato, WhatsApp? These are the applications. So you know this, right? Okay, good, very good. Okay. So what is the next slide? I think what is agile only. Okay. Let's just understand what IT companies are doing. Okay. there are different types of IT companies. Service based, we know product based, we know investment banks, right? We know applications like Zomato, right? We know Google, we know BNY Mellon, Barclays, HSBC, right? All these Barclays, HSBC, BNY Mellon, Deutsche Bank, all these are investment banks, right? Accenture, Cognizant, Capgemini are service based, providing services, right? But service is also one product, so we can call them as product based, okay? And FIS and like a product like Zomato, all product based companies, okay? So whenever any application is developed, teams are working together, so certain methodology is followed, right? Certain model is followed, right? So in ancient, I mean I would say before 2010 or before 2015, waterfall model we used to follow, okay, which is like SDLC. So if we want to develop certain product, then gather the requirements, okay. I want to develop a software Zomato, what will be my requirement? Tell me.
Food delivery.
Food delivery, very good. Anything else?
Customer requirements.
Customer requirements, okay,
Customer satisfaction.
okay. Restaurants, list of restaurants, registration of restaurants with the application, yeah, payment module, yeah,
Delivery partners.
okay, delivery partner. And for customer satisfaction survey, we need survey, right? Then we need marketing, we need good images, right? And what else? Yeah. Okay. And what else? We need strong back end support, yeah, and very good front end to attract the customers, right? So these are the high level requirements. Let's go in deeper. I want to design a payment model, yeah. So what required? One API required, okay. I want to pay with credit card, I want to pay with debit card, initially only that API, or payment on delivery, okay. Now GPay and Paytm and other UPI apps comes in, so I want integration with those applications as well, right? Correct? So these are the in-depth requirements, okay. So we need to document these requirements, right? So where we are documenting these requirements in waterfall model, we called it as requirement analysis, and in Agile we called it as product backlog, okay. So now I haven't documented in the presentation waterfall model, but I think I will spend 2 minutes for the waterfall model just to know, tell you how it was running in previous era, okay, in IT companies. So requirement gathering was phase like 3 months, 6 months. Take all the requirements, create Word document, and then do BRD, FRD, business document and front end document, okay, for that business requirement detail document and FRDs, all create those documents. Then work on actual coding, okay. That phase goes maybe on 3 months, 6 months or 1 year, okay. Once that software is ready, then test it, testing phase. Then maintenance support, if there are bugs, again work on that, okay. So it was working in that way. So this is waterfall model. Now what happens, the ratio of the customer satisfaction in the end, after 1 year or 2 year, customer comes in, okay, and customer is saying no, I don't want this, I want something else, okay. What will happen? Again need to redesign, time consuming, waste of money, waste of energy, correct? Correct? So in some area waterfall is useful where fixed requirements, but in some area that is not useful, and that is when Agile started. So Agile is based on Lean, and Lean comes in first in manufacturing in Toyota, and then gradually it evolved, okay, and 2001 first Scrum guide is written, okay. by the two authors, Jeff Sutherland and Ken Chauvin. Ken, his name is, I forgot, okay, in Scrum Guide it is there, okay. And in 2020 is the latest Scrum Guide now, okay. It is evolving 3-4 versions, and now we have, that is one Scrum framework, very famous Agile methodology, which we are using for the project management. Understood? You understood waterfall, you understood Agile. Can we then move for the next topic? All good? Okay. So what is Agile? Now agility, ability to deliver customer value while dealing with inherent project unpredictability and dynamism by recognizing and adapting to change. Okay. So why Agile? So if there are any changes, we need to adopt those changes in our application. That's the reason Agile is important. And early feedback looping, I mean sprint retrospective we call, or we call it as a feedback cycle. So every 2 weeks or every 1 week or every month we are delivering software, okay, deploying software on production environment, so that customer or end user can give the feedback, so that you can add that feedback in your product and your product will be mature. Your product will be, I mean many users can use that. You can see Zomato. Zomato was present, I think, I don't know, 5 years before also, right? After that we have seen last year, we have seen this year, we have seen 3 years before. What are the new features added? You can see, right? WhatsApp, you can see new features added. Earlier I think only 5 images we can able to send. Now I think 30 images we can send, right? Earlier I could not able to send any file, but now I can say send any type of file. Earlier I could not record my voice and I could not share, but now I can record the voice and I can share the voice note, right? These are the enhancements in the product. Okay. So project management is old term, product management is recent term. We are managing the product. Zomato is a product, Paytm is a product, software product. Okay. So now you understand agility. So why Agile? To give continuous feedback, to improve the product and to satisfy the customer. If customer is not using, is there any use of product? Waste of money, waste of energy. So our main goal is customer satisfaction, correct? So based on that, all these product management techniques evolve across the years. Yes? Good, very good. Okay, next slide. Now in Agile Manifesto, there are 4 values and 12 principles. So we will just see 4 values and some of the principle, but not all. Okay. So what are the 4 values? Individuals and interactions over process and tools. Working software over comprehensive documentation. Yeah. We have seen BRD, FRD developed, requirement analysis document developed, but instead of that, working software, if we are delivering every 15 days some piece of software enhancement in that particular app, that is more useful, right? Instead of creating so many documents. Then customer collaboration over contract negotiation and responding to change over following a plan. In BRD, FRD, there was having a big plan. Okay. If you want, you can go, I can handle. Yeah. So responding to change, meaning every sprint we are getting feedback from the stakeholders. Okay. Now let's try to understand some of the terminology. Who is stakeholder? What do you think? Who is stakeholder?
Users.
Users, okay. Developers, okay.
Administrator.
Okay. There are some of the internal stakeholders and some of the external stakeholders. Okay. Board members, okay. What else? In a team, okay, when you are working in any project or any product, in a team, what are the roles? Developer, tester, yeah. What else? Designer, okay. Manager? No manager. Okay.
Team lead.
Team lead, okay. Sponsor? Okay. Business sponsor? Required? Okay. What else? Technical architect required? Yeah? Okay. Then what else?
Marketing.
Yeah, sales marketing person. Yeah.
Accountant.
I'm sorry?
Accountant.
Accountant. Okay. Account manager basically. Okay. Who is calculating budget and all. Okay. What else? If someone resigned, then we want a new developer. Okay. Okay, next slide. So let's see 12 principles. So some of the principles we can see. Our highest priority is to satisfy the customer. Can you able to read this? No? So can we, you can read? No? Okay. I have given links in the last slide, okay, and also I will share this presentation with you all, okay, so you can able to refer this, fine. So our highest priority is to satisfy the customer through early and continuous delivery of valuable software. The second principle, welcome changing requirements even late in the development. Agile processes harness change for the customer's competitive advantage. So we have seen that. So main thing, customer satisfaction. If customer is not using your product, you cannot generate revenue, you cannot generate money. If your application is of no use, no one will, we can't afford salary of your team. Okay, your application, someone should use that, right? Very first thing, customer satisfaction. The second thing, welcome changing requirements. Meaning, after 1 year, if stakeholders comes in or end user, okay, I want this and so requirement change. There is high cost to change the software. So, when you need the requirement, immediate, daily, weekly, monthly, bi-weekly, yeah? Then you can add immediate all those feedbacks in your product. Got it? Okay. Now next slide, maybe we can. Okay, working software is the primary measure of progress. So earlier there were so many documents, right? And now we are targeting working software. So let's say, take example of same thing, Zomato. I am working, let's say we are having 10 people team. One is Scrum Master, one is product owner, and rest 8 people are developers. I mean full stack developers. Okay. Now someone from stakeholder side, they want to see application every after 2 weeks. Okay. Then is it possible to develop all the modules in 2 weeks? Not possible. So what we can do, we can let's say develop login page only, okay, and then we are showcasing to stakeholder. Okay, this is the login page, give the user ID, password, and click on enter button, and we can able to log in and we can able to see the application. Okay, maybe in next 15 days what we can showcase, register one restaurant, showcase only 2-3 menus of that restaurant, right? Select that menu, only this much we can showcase in the next 15 days. After that, what we can showcase, select any menu, add into the cart or add into the bucket list, right? And then go to the payment model. Like that we can showcase. Understood? So this time span of 2 weeks or 1 week is called as sprint or iteration. Understood? And since we are developing in sprint or in iteration, it is called as iterative development. Okay, and this development is continuous. After every sprint, continuous, there is no gap. That's the reason continuous delivery, continuous development. Okay, continuous development, continuous delivery. So CI/CD is what? Continuous integration, continuous understood? Everyone clear? Any doubt? Any question? I hope I am able to deliver. Okay? Okay, very nice. Yeah, go to the next slide. Okay, so let's take one more principle. Best architectures, requirements and designs emerge from self-organizing teams. So now what is meaning of self-organized teams? Cross-functional and self-organized teams. So earlier there were different roles: tester, developer, front-end developer, back-end developer, deployment का team अलग है, support का अलग है ना, UI का अलग है, UX का अलग है. Now there is nothing like that. Full stack developer. So you know Java, you can work on Java. Now tomorrow there is front-end work which might be in jQuery, Angular or any other thing. You need to work on that. Learn, work. Okay. If you need to write down the SQL scripts for your model for the backend, learn and write down. Is it difficult? ChatGPT. Give the prompt. Yeah. Please sit down. Okay. So I mean earlier also that we used to use Google. I mean so we are getting the output. I mean if I want to search the code, I want to write a stored procedure, I will get so many links. I can check, I can use, I can test, then I'm able to fit that code. But if there are some error, again deal with the error. Now you need to give prompt, right, to any AI tool, and it will generate the code, it will give you, and then you are running, you are deploying. If some issues, resolve that, and if the correct output is there as per expectation, then you are good. Correct? This is how you are developing, I believe, nowadays. Okay, so but you need to give the input what exactly required. Like in let's say I want to design one page, how many text box, how many button, what is the length of that particular field, whether numbers are allowed or not, characters allowed not, what is the length, and what error we should showcase whenever you are entering some special character, right? All these are the requirements. You need to add all these requirements in product backlog. I mean product owner is adding those requirements. Based on that, developer is developing the software. So self-organized team meaning what? And cross-functional. Cross-functional meaning multiple skills. Or in a team, I'm not expecting from one person to develop front and back end, but in a team should contain these skill set. Like I want to develop one software, so front end I'm using Angular, maybe back end SQL, or for the API maybe Java. Then all these three skills should present in your team, whether individual develop separate thing or one person develop, that is team's choice. But cross functional teams meaning whatever technology required to deliver the software, all skill set present within that team. Understood? Self organized meaning you all can decide how to proceed. Team will decide. One manager will not guide you. Team will decide. Now in Agile, all equal. There is nothing like manager and developer. No, all are equal at equal level. You can also give some of the ideas in sprint planning call. If while developing the software you have some ideas, you can also give. It is not only manager is guiding you. You can also tell them, can we develop in this way? Or there is dependency on this thing, so we can't develop this now. We can develop after maybe 2 weeks. So everyone has to talk based on the requirements. Okay, this is the agile basically. Okay, we will see in detail Scrum framework. One framework we will see in depth. Okay, there are many frameworks for agile. Agile is a philosophy. In iterative model, we are delivering software. So it is not only used in IT industry, but it is used in other industries as well, in core industry as well. Okay, in automobile and in where you are manufacturing cars and all, there also it is used. So agile is not only for IT. Okay, can you go for next slide? Now what do you think, why agile we are using? We have seen already, but let's see again one more time. Customer satisfaction. Yeah. So next slide. There is a state of agile report. This is the old report, 15th state of agile report. Okay, so this is derived after analysis from multiple companies. Okay, multiple IT companies. They have taken consideration so many things, so many factors actually, like ability to manage changing priorities, then accelerate software delivery, increase team productivity. So what was the productivity initially, okay, 1 year before, and after adopting agile, what is the team productivity, and how many times I'm delivering software in 1 month or in 3 months, okay, in 1 quarter, 2 quarters, right? And then quality of the software, meaning whether issues or impediments, whether resolved or increased. So all these factors are considering, and then only we realize that the like in IT industry, for better product development, for the quality software, we would need agile because of iterative delivery. Yeah. So all these factors considered. Now after applying agile, 64% there is enhancement in ability to manage the changing priorities. Then 64% accelerate software delivery. 47% increase in team productivity. That's the reason we are applying agile. So why agile? Understood? All companies, Google, Amazon, each company, almost all companies adopting agile. So let's say, I mean, it is not for one team, across the company. Let's say in one company 1,000 employees, then it will take around 1 to 2 years to adopt agile across all the projects. So initially they are giving trainings to leadership as well as to developers, and then they are forming the teams with the given roles. Hierarchy also changed and role names also changed, and then they are doing software development only, but the process, I mean the methodology, I mean delivery cycle will be more, in production deployment will be more. I mean earlier if someone is deploying software on production after 3 months or 6 months, now they are deploying fast, but not immediate 2 weeks. It will be slowly transform, slowly. Immediate it is not possible. So slowly, so any organization now they are following waterfall and converting to agile. Slowly they will follow. That's the reason it will take 1 year or 1.5 years. If organization contains more than 1 lakh employees, it will take, that is a 3 to 5 years project to transform to agile. Now let's say organization is transformed to agile. What will happen? Customer satisfaction increased, continuous delivery increased, but people are resigning, new people are coming. So again we need to give the training. So it is a continuous process. So that's the reason agile coaches required, agile trainers required. Okay. Who is coach for the Indian cricket team? Who? Okay. Before that, who is better coach? Okay. Before that, who was the coach? Okay. Now compare between three. Who is the better coach? Ravi Shastri or Rahul Dravid? Okay. Who is coach for the women's cricket team? Amol Muzumdar?
Yes.
Okay. We should know, right? Okay, next slide. So coach is required or not required? Why required?
To guide.
Okay. But team को तो पता है ना, I mean 11 players, कौन बैटिंग करेगा, कौन बॉलिंग करेगा, सब कुछ तो पता है सर. फिर कोच क्यों चाहिए? To maintain the team pressure. Handle pressure. Okay. Handle pressure. Good. Coach have experience. Very good. Then, but now Rahul Dravid used to bat, not bowl. Still he is coach.
We have bowling coach, batting coach as well. In team.
Is it?
Yes.
Who is bowling coach?
Bowling coach. I don't know, but last morning also. Catching coach.
Fielding coaches.
Okay. Might be that is personal mentor or personal coach. But not for the team. So now tell me, if Gambhir or Dravid are batsmen or even Ravi Shastri, okay, then how they will coach to bowlers? What is logic? How they will coach to wicket keeper? Dhoni is good batsman. Still he is coaching in a team. He is coaching to everyone. How?
Coach knows the basics of ball, like bowling, wicket keeping. That's why.
Very good. Okay. Anything else?
In what conditions, what to coach knows better than.
Very good. Okay. So even if a person having a limited skill set, technology skill set, but why he or she is coaching? Because they know overall things, right? Because they played earlier, right? They know how to play, they know how to win, okay? And they know some team when if this ये बैटिंग का ग्राउंड है, ये बॉलिंग का ग्राउंड है ना, या ज़्यादा स्कोर बनता है तो यहाँ पे कौन पहले जाएगा, एंड देन सामने वाला टीम, राइट, बेस्ड ऑन दैट. सो एक्सपीरियंस basically. But still, if we have coach, that doesn't mean every time we will win. Why? Because of uncertainty, right? Correct? But coach is required. All players are expert, still coach is required. So all developers are expert, still coach is required. Coach is required. Manager is different term. We will not use going forward manager term. Okay? Okay, then next slide. So these are the graphs where we are comparing like how does your organization measure success of agile transformation, like customer satisfaction or business value, business objectives achieved, on time delivery, quality, productivity, and predictability, project visibility, product scope. Okay, some of the factors they have given. So next slide. We can go for the Scrum framework. Yeah, wait. Okay. Now we will see the what is Scrum framework. In Agile there are many frameworks: Kanban, Safe, okay, Nexus, Scrum, many other frameworks. Okay, XP, Lean Agile, and so many frameworks newly, a disciplined Agile, okay, and Scrum of Scrum. So many frameworks. So basic we will take Scrum, which is very popular. Okay, today also it is popular. Now if you see here, This is the product backlog. Product backlog is what? Set of the requirements. That is the product backlog. We have seen that. Now sprint backlog. We know what is sprint. Sprint can be 1 week, 2 week, 3 week or 4 week. Okay. Why so only 4 week and not 5 week? For Scrum framework, there is a Scrum guide. Scrum guide is a rule book. Rule book meaning what? For game, cricket game, how many players on the ground? Yeah. How many player will do batting? Okay. How many wicket keeper? Okay. Rule book. So for Scrum framework, there is a rule book. Why to follow rule book? To achieve better results. Okay. To achieve better results, and that is proven. That's the reason. Okay. Now sprint can be 1 or 4 weeks. If you know the requirements clearly and absolutely, and requirement will not change, if you have that gut feeling, then product owner or Scrum Master will suggest go for the 4 weeks or 3 weeks sprint. If you don't, you are not sure about the requirement, and requirement will change soon, every after 2 weeks or 1 week or 2 days or 1 day or all the time changing, then Scrum Master will suggest for 1 week sprint. Why? Because in 1 week something is developed. If there is feedback, again you can add. That's the reason, less time cycle. And in hyper sprints, that is only for the 2.5 days. So every 2.5 days we are deploying software on dev or UAT or production develop environment. Can you believe? Every 6 seconds software is deployed. In Amazon, that was the earlier case. I mean, 1 year or 2 years before I heard. Now I don't know how many seconds. Every after 6 seconds, software is deployed continuously. Why? Pipeline is set up. CI/CD pipeline is set up. Automatically you check in the code. It is merging. It is deploying. Okay. So that is automated. But in reality, most of the time in most of the companies, pipeline is only for development environment. Then if everything is valid, no issues, then for the UAT another pipeline. So I mean manual and automation is working, not only automation. Okay. Okay. Now sprint backlogs. What is sprint backlog? Some of the requirements from the product backlog which we want to implement for next 2 weeks, those are present in the sprint backlog. Okay. Now in sprint planning meeting, who all are present? Product owner, Scrum Master, developers. Okay. And all stakeholders. Whoever want to check what are the high priority requirements, team will work. Technical architects. Okay. So all will present in the sprint planning meeting. Now after doing research of 100 requirements, they think these 10 requirements are high priority, but in 2 weeks we cannot able to implement. We can just take maybe 4 requirements. Okay. We are calling them as 4 user stories. Okay. So those user stories team will work. Now after 2 weeks, those 4 stories will be developed and deployed on dev or UAT environment. There are different types of environment: test environment, development environment, production environment. Why all these environments? Because a developer when build software and deploy, there can be issues. We need to test those issues. We need to fix those issues, and again we need to deploy. That's the reason there are multiple environments. Understood? In some organization, 4 environments also present. Okay. That is depending on team to team, project to project. Okay. Now the software which is produced after 2 weeks, that is called as increment or shippable product, anything you can call. Now within these 2 weeks there are certain events like daily stand up call, okay, then sprint retrospective, sprint review, and product backlog refinement. All these scrum ceremonies are present, meaning these are different types of meetings. Okay. So sprint planning, we are deciding which requirements to deliver. In daily scrum call, 15 minutes call, in daily stand up, we are discussing what we worked on yesterday, today, and what we will work tomorrow, and what are the issues. So progress toward the sprint. I worked on so and so, I am facing this issue, I want help from team, okay, I want to fix that now, and after that I will work on this. Daily we are discussing. So what will happen because of daily scrum? Everyone will be on the same page, right? Correct? Offline people, do we need to ask them questions or no? They are listening, right?
Yes, they are there. If they have queries, they can raise hand or
Okay,
post it in the chat.
fine.
Sanket will help us.
Okay, okay, fine. So now you understood daily scrum, sprint planning, sprint review and sprint retrospective. So what is sprint review meeting? After every 2 weeks, we are giving demo to stakeholders. Your expectation was so and we developed this software. Now kindly review. If he is satisfied or he is saying, no, I don't want blue color, I want green color for this button. I don't want this image. Can we use some another image? I don't want this label. Can we use some other label? Or you have not written correct spelling of the label. All this feedback coming in sprint review. So who is joining sprint reviews? Stakeholders, developers, Scrum Master, Product Owner. All are joining. But in daily Scrum, only developer, Scrum Master and Product Owner. Not anyone else. Okay. And then sprint retrospective. After every 2 weeks, what goes well in the 2 weeks? What was not correct? What was correct? All these things are going in retrospective, which is a feedback loop. Whether we followed correct process, not like that. Meaning what? 2020 cricket match happened. After that, there will be discussion with the coach. Correct? कौन जल्दी आउट हो गया, कौन लेट आउट हो गया, क्यों, क्या प्रॉब्लम है ना? राइट? सो वी आर चेकिंग द प्रोसेस. So which is called as retrospective. Understood basic things, Scrum framework. This is how Scrum framework runs. Now other framework, Scrum of Scrum or Safe, Scaled Agile. So that is for multiple teams and big product. Some products are very big, like 100 people or 200 people working. Then there are multiple Scrum teams. Okay, so maybe 10 or 20 teams are working. Now if there are 20 teams, again it is divided into let's say 5 teams for under one module or under one department, and then another 5 teams. Okay, so in that, for that one product there are so many teams working, and when they are working simultaneously, there are some common calls across the team. Why? To check the dependency on each other module. So we want to know one module if dependent on other, we want to check that dependency and we want to calculate the risk. That's the reason there are additional meetings. So meetings meaning what? These are the ceremonies, agile ceremonies we can say. So those are required. Okay. Now any other question? Do you have any questions for this? We can check roles in detail in next slide, and then maybe we can go for more questions. Yeah, next slide. So 3 roles: developers, product owner, Scrum Master. Next slide. So let's see, developers already we have seen. Okay, what developers will do? Creating a plan for a sprint backlog. So instilling quality by adhering to definition of done. Actually that is in more depth, but what it means that if product owner is saying these are the 10 high priority requirements, but developer is a technical person, product owner is a functional person, right? So they know from product perspective ki for Zomato in these 2 weeks what I want. First, I don't want payment model. First I want login page. Correct? So they will say, but for login page, if there are 10 requirements, developers will decide which will go first, because they know the dependency. First they will create maybe tables, then stored procedure, and then maybe very basic front page. And then maybe in the second sprint they can do the integration. Okay, they can write the service and they can write the APIs, right? So developers will decide. Why? Because those are technical people, right? So developers are owning the sprint backlog. Who is owning the product backlog? Product owner. Because product owner knew what application to develop, what customer required, what are the requirements, and developers know to create a login page, how many text box required, What are the wireframes? What will be the UI design? How many APIs? That developer will decide. Got it? So product owner, nothing but he is having domain knowledge. He is having go-to-market knowledge. What is go-to-market? When to deploy software in production environment. Production environment meaning what? Whenever in mobile, in app store, there is application and I am installing, downloading that application. So when I am opening that, this is the production environment. So whatever we are watching the application, that is the final environment. So we are calling production environment. But in company, they are having multiple environments, UAT, test or dev. In that, they can do the changes. So those are lower environments. Got it? Okay. So developers are accountable for sprint backlog. Okay. And after 2 weeks, what you can see, that is a part of definition of done. So in sprint planning call, whatever questions developers are having or anyone in the team are having, all discussion happened in sprint planning. Now let's say after sprint planning, after 2 days, okay, some developer will say, I have some so and so question and this we need to research and it will take maybe 5 days. But in planning call, they told, no, I will complete this feature in 2 days. And now he is saying 5 days. So what will happen? We cannot able to deliver the requirements whatever discussed in the planning. Correct? Correct? So all discussion should happen in sprint planning. Okay? And all developers should ask. So here comes actually Scrum values. We need courage, we need focus, we need commitment. Because if we are not asking the questions in sprint planning, then there will be a problem. So whenever you are working for any product, ask questions if you don't know. Otherwise, you will be in trouble. Yeah. Ask for help, ask for the questions. Yeah. Okay. Now next slide. Product owner. So product owner is accountable for effective product backlog management, which includes developing and explicitly communicating the product goal. Now what is the product goal? There is one product goal. Okay. I want to develop an application which will take orders from end users. Okay. Those orders will go to restaurants and end user want food delivery at home. This is product goal. It contains all the functionalities of the Zomato. This can be product goal. When we will deliver product goal? After 1 year. I cannot deliver in 2 weeks. This is a big software, right? Now what is sprint goal? Sprint goal is for that particular sprint. In sprint, okay, in current sprint, end user can able to log in to application. This can be a simple goal. Okay. Why to set up the goal? It continues in your mind while developing the software. I have to do this. I have to do this. Right? That's the reason goal is required. So, in cricket, if I want to go to final, now in the end, only 2 or 3 matches are there. I have to win these 2. Then only my points will raise, and then only I can play for the IPL final. Otherwise, I cannot. So goal is what? To win the match. Out of 3-2 match, I have to win. Okay. So sprint goal is required. Product goal is required. Now, ordering product backlog items. Who will decide the order? Who will decide which is the high priority feature, low priority or middle priority? Product owner. Why? Because he is functional expert, domain expert. Okay. And also he knew the budget allocation for current product. Okay. Now next slide, Scrum Master. Who is Scrum Master? So some people will say in old days we call it as project manager, and now he is or she is Scrum Master. But actually that is anti-pattern, that is not correct. Scrum Master is coaching the team members in self-management and cross-functionality. Scrum Master is a coach. Okay. So Scrum Master is experienced person. So he or she knew some technical knowledge, some business knowledge, how to deliver the product, right? So if developer comes in and saying, I need 5 days to complete this requirement, Scrum Master, do you really need 5 days? Then he will say, no, actually I can complete in 4 days. Okay. So why Scrum Master can ask this powerful question? Because he or she somewhere at some point deliver something like this, right? So Scrum Master is having business knowledge, technical knowledge, and whatever required, that Scrum framework. So he or she is the coach basically. 80% job is coach only. Scrum Master job is like Agile coach only. Okay, but some tools are used to document the requirement or to present the boards, like Jira tool or DevOps or Microsoft project. So all these tools knowledge also required for the Scrum Master for the better management. Okay. Now, what are the job of Scrum Master? To teach team members what is Scrum framework. Okay, and if there is any impediment, okay, if there are any issues, then removal of that. For example, if someone's stuck at front end, I don't know how to do this, I'm facing issues from last 2 days or maybe for last 2 hours. What Scrum Master will do? Scrum Master will contact to technical architect. Hey architect, one of my team member is facing issue, can you please solve? Then coordinate between them. So to facilitate the meetings, to coordinate with different teams, okay, and to make sure team is progressing well. If some team member goes on leave, then Scrum Master will maybe handle, if there is deadline or something, then maybe can handle some other resource from another team for some time. Okay, this is the job of the Scrum Master. Okay. Now, and ensuring that all Scrum events takes place on time and productive. Like if daily Scrum call is only for 15 minutes and some developer is talking for 10 minutes, the Scrum Master after 1 or 2 minutes only will say, okay, understood, stop, let's discuss offline. Okay, after this meeting, let's connect and now we will discuss with the other team members. So what Scrum Master is doing? Facilitating the meetings. Scrum Master is servant leader for the team. Okay. Now next slide. Okay, there is one question for you. What is the purpose of sprint retrospective? Option 1 to reduce quality, option 2 to increase quality, option 3 to reduce rework, option 4 to increase awareness, and option 5 is to increase effectiveness. Option 5? 1? Okay, let's see correct answer. Next slide. To increase quality and to increase awareness. Okay, retrospective is nothing but process discussion, what went well, what went wrong. Okay, then next question. Does the composition of developers remain constant? Always, can change during sprint, is constant for a sprint and can change for different sprint. Third option? Okay, very good. Yeah, next slide. Okay. Now next slide. Okay. Now there are different roles: trainer, coach, mentor, consultant, mentor, coach, facilitator, and counselor. Okay. I think after this, can we stop or what?
Yeah. We can have a question answer session as well.
Okay. Now, this is fun. Okay. What is meaning of trainer? Imparting knowledge on a specific topic. Is mentor or trainer or coach? Trainer? Okay. Helping a person figure out the root cause for a serious behavioral issue. Mentor? Counselor. seeking external help on a complex technical problem. Let's go to next slide. That is coaching. Okay, fine. Next slide. Any other question? Or can we stop? Tell me. Bore.
We can have a interactive session also, and you also can be seated. Meanwhile, if you have any queries with the presentation, apart from the presentation,
Yeah.
I think there are few people who already are working, so relevant to that as well. With respect to your experience, also questions are most welcome. Maybe the ice-breaking question, madam. What is the future like? Is full stack or all these things there to stay, or it will be replaced in the recent times?
Nothing will replace. Nothing will replace.
Right.
Full stack developer will be there. Front end developer will be there. Back end developer will be there. Everything will be there.
Right.
Just things are faster because of AI.
Right.
So, like now, 10 people are working, maybe in some of the team, 8 people will work or 5 people will work because AI is giving immediate solution.
Right.
But nothing will replace. I don't think so. Because how can we replace Zomato, Paytm? No, we need those applications, right? So in investment bank, there are thousands of applications. I'm working with now with CB actually. Commonwealth Bank of Australia. Okay, that is my client. So through Accenture, I'm working for that as a product manager. So there are many applications. In one day, it is very tough to adopt any new technology, even AI. Okay, so it is a continuous process of automation. So for one product, already it is in production. People are using. Let's say 100 people are working. So slowly automation will happen, but there is a timeline, maybe 6 months, 1 year or 2 years. Then some part of it automation will do because already that is a one piece of code which is already successfully running. Now immediate it will not get replaced. Some part automation will done. So there will be for the full stack developer role, yes, there will be some recession. Already there is a recession, but all roles will not get replaced.
That's right.
Yeah.
So may I ask the question on their behalf? So if you have queries, मराठीत
Yeah.
विचारलं तरीही चालेल.
हो हो
हिंदी,
मराठी हिंदी
English.
दोन्ही चालेल.
आणि ते कोडर्सला AI रिप्लेस करतो हे मला idea.
सी AI
ते AI कसं
prompt द्यावा लागतो, right? We need to give the prompt. Without prompt, we are not getting the answer, right? I want to create a code for me. I can't say I want Zomato code, I want similar code like Zomato application, no, right? So I can give a prompt for certain piece of functionality only, not for end-to-end application, right? So one person is required for that. When you get a piece of code, when you are adding in your application, again you need to do the testing. You need to add security, authorization, authentication, payment module. So you need to attach these. You need to write down the API, integration, right? You need to do deployment. You need customer feedback. Then you need to add that. If there are any issues, you need to solve. So all roles will not get replaced. As I said, one developer initially used to sit down and do the code, but now the process is faster. So might be 10 people code, 1 person can do or 2 person can do. This will happen, but all roles will not get replaced. That is not possible. Okay. And in a company, if there are 1,000 applications, they will not replace 1,000 applications. Those applications will continue. All support teams, all maintenance teams will continue. Right? Developers required, tester required, managers required, everyone is required. HR team required, recruitment team required, everything is required. Okay. So only one robot is sitting in one company and doing everything. That this is myth. Okay. So I worked on .NET 1.1 and then .NET 2.0, 2.5, 3.0, 3.5, 4.1, 4.5. So all features added, and then all together replaced by something else. I mean Azure and something else, right? So, but in each new version, new features added, right? So we used those new features and again developed a software. So the earlier we used to write the code for all the data structures, but later on directly we get the link queue, for example. Directly we get the functionality in link queue, add, edit or delete, whatever, remove the item, add the item, okay, and manage with those structures. So this is like features gets added. In AI, this is a big change actually, but prompt we need to give. Using AI, we need to build tool, and then that tool can use somewhere. But we need to develop that tool. We need to give those prompts. So immediate, it will not happen, but gradually, slowly, some roles will get replaced. As I said, not all. That is not possible. Okay, any other questions?
As a software developer, we need to learn any cloud services for product management.
Yes. Azure, Google Cloud and AWS. So at least one cloud. These days, product manager or project manager, whatever you called, it is not typical people management like old days. It is like technology driven. So these days, everyone should learn the technology for the better management or for better handle of the team or product. So it is not like that you did full stack development, now you are manager, no need to learn. No, it is not the case. Even while sending the email, we are using many things. Copilot, you know, right? Managers also using many tools while handling the team. As I said, Jira or Azure DevOps, those are all boards, Kanban board or Scrum board management. So Scrum Master should know that technical knowledge, how to create the stories or add in the board, complete, change the status. So these tools required. So technology is mandatory for all these days. Yeah. So something like I'm using some 10-15 apps in this mobile, so I know technology, right? It is not I'm developing app, but I know how to use. So that is also something technical knowledge only. So similar way to all managers, to everyone at any level, they know some technical knowledge. If you don't know cloud, then let's say technical architect or let's say CTO, okay, of company, they are driving certain initiatives. They should know for certain space how much cost is required, which is less cost. Out of these three, which we can take for the less cost, and for the security cost is also there. If I build in-house, what will be the cost? How it will decide? You should know technology and all the trends. Then only you can able to take some decisions, right? Yeah. Yeah.
As a recruiter, what skills they would prioritize to recruit people?
Depending on the role, if they want full stack developer, okay, they will clearly mention like Java required, one object oriented language required, or SQL required, or Oracle, or what is base job description is more actually a page. So if they want some AI tool or basics of AI knowledge, so they will expect, and basic of one cloud they will expect. Yeah.
What place we have to focus, like on basic skills like from scratch, or the using tools like cloud, or like we have to focus
If I
on
know-
using tools or the basics from that.
If I know ABCD and all words properly and grammar, I can able to form a sentence properly, right? If I know C, C++, I can work on any other language, right? So basics always required. Always required. Okay? By default. So basic knowledge of procedural and object oriented language is required, because using tool, you give the proper prompt, you get the code, maybe you deploy. If there is some issue or if you want to add some feature, how will you add? You need to edit that code, right? So basic knowledge is required, and once you try to develop that and goes in deeper and deeper, then automatically you will get the deeper knowledge. So it is not like that you know just SQL and you don't know other things, you cannot go there. No, you can work on any technology these days. Yeah. But initially at least minimum 3 to 4 technologies you should know. This is what minimum expectation. Okay. Which one? There is not one, depending again on job description, role, what is requirement for that particular project. If there is something mainframe project or AS400, then that is required, right? In that case, AI or other things are not required, right?
So that depends on your area of interest.
Yeah,
If
yeah.
you're interested in full stack, that is different with AI as ma'am said. So it will change as per your area of interest.
Anything else? Yes, yes.
So thank you sir for arranging such
My
valuable
pleasure.
session, and thank you ma'am again letting us know that what is agile in real world. So my question is that as we learned in colleges that what agile is means making the work in limited time and or a specific distributed time. So in R&Ds and innovation, we don't know actually how much time will it require. So in that case, how it will work?
Okay, very nice question. Agile is not working in limited time. That is a myth. That is an anti-pattern. Okay. Agile is something we don't know the deadline actually, but like for high priority, working on high priority features. Okay. For example, in a day I am having 100 tasks to do. I can't do 100 tasks. What I will do, I will list down top 10 tasks. Okay. And first, which thing I will do, top 3. Okay. And then remaining I will prioritize and will do. Okay. So what is your goal? Here goal matters. Product goal, sprint goal. Similar way in R&D, what is your goal? Around that goal, what are the high priority things? Those you can work. This is the basic thing. So that's the reason the application we can see Paytm or GPay or Zomato we are using from last more than 5 years. But we can see how enhancements happening in that. Earlier many options were not listed in that, but now many options are listed. So this is how enhancement or new features or innovative features added based on customer feedback, okay, and requirement. Or but some of the software we cannot see improvement, like railway application, no improvement at all. Why? Why? Because there is no budget.
They don't have competition. I think the reason might be that.
Right. But Make My Trip,
Yeah.
we can see why, because there are other applications also, Gobibo and what else,
Make my trip.
Easy Trip, and a few more.
Lots.
Competition is there, so there are enhancement, right? So this is how it works. Okay, I hope I'm able to give the answer. Yeah. Okay.
Yes, even the online audience, if you wish to ask, you can ask it, or if you wish, you can even type your question in the chat bot if anyone has any query. Okay,
So I just want to Sanjay this side. I have one question. So the advantage of this agile model for waterfall model is this you can cut the work for entire project into pieces. We call it as a sprint. But my question is, depending on the voice of customer, how this business excellence team, or we can say the sales Sigma team, and in what step generally they pitch in to hear the voice of customer and to improvise the process or to mitigate the risk.
Okay. So let's take example of Myntra. Okay, we are buying cosmetics from Myntra, Okay, so Lakme lipstick and sugar lipstick. So how many times girls ordered sugar lipstick, okay, sugar brand lipstick and Lakme, right? And which shade? So all those statistics are recorded in database. Okay, based on that, for that particular customer, send again and again text message or some offer on that, and then based on that, customer is again and again watching some offer or something and ordering that particular thing, or there is a wish list. Okay, in that wish list it will show there is less stock or more stock, or there is some offer. Okay, upfront Myntra is giving a message that there is offer on your wish list product. So this is how they are using these techniques to increase the sell of the products. This is just one example I am giving. Hello?
Yeah, but on which stage generally the team pitch in, or maybe in the retrospective meeting, say for example, if they found a flaw in the system or any improvement is required in the system, so which stage generally the Sigma team or delivery excellence team pitch in?
Improvement actually stakeholders, right? Business sponsor, business stakeholder, they know, actually they have all customer feedback, and if they want to launch new feature, so they are deciding these features to add. So basically
product owner and stakeholders, they are deciding. Product owner is the accountable person, I would say. Yeah. कुठल्या स्टेजला करतात ते रेक्टिफाय कधी होऊ शकतं? I think that is what the question is. I think it will be at the delivery stage.
Yeah, after delivery only, after
Right,
getting
if
customer
a flaw is
feedback. Yeah,
found.
yeah. So sprint retrospective is discussion for the process which is followed by the developers or by the Scrum team. So that is not the discussion point for adding new features or improvement. For improvement and all, a product owner is repetitively having meetings with the stakeholders, with the end users, with the customer. So that is when they are deciding new improvement or new features. Scrum team, basically we are talking about a development team which is responsible to deliver a piece of code.
Anyone has any more questions? कोणाला विचारायचे काही?
All are experts now. Agilist.
It's a beginning.
Okay. Okay.
Great.
Can
So
conclude.
thank you everyone. Thank you Sunita ma'am for your precious time and your
Thank you.
for your precious time and more important valuable inputs to all of them. I think
Yeah.
it will be a beginning for all of us. So what we try to do with this EPN talks is just open a small window and show you the I can say the horizons, okay, not the whole world as such, but what all things can be possible, or how much you can achieve into your career if you plan to get into this particular domain. So yes, we wish you all the luck and thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you.